Hello, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. You're most welcome to the National Commission for Museum and Monuments Nigeria unveiling ceremony of the Digital Museum. Please kindly make your way to the back of the hall. We have some artifacts there, and we have cocktails served. You can mingle, interact, and discuss with one another before we start the event proper. Thank you very much.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Dr. Adedamola. So we are the medical officers on ground. In case of any emergency, we have exit doors, one here, and the entrance door. Then the toilet is at the back. I want to encourage each and every one of us to be safety conscious. While you are walking, be careful of the rock so that you do not trip. Then if there's any emergency, the medical stand is behind. So thank you very much.
So this is the So what we had in mind was have someone on the ground. I'll need to go.
Good evening, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Please, can we move away from the cocktail area and have our seats as the program is about to commence? Thank you. Can we kindly move away from the exhibition and cocktail area and have our seats as the program proper is about to commence? Thank you.
Cause honey, I know you'll be there to relieve
Good evening, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. May I kindly invite you to rise for the national anthem of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. This rendition will be done by Omo Kabiesi.
Nigeria, we hail thee, our dear native land. The tribes and tongues in brotherhood we stand. Nigerians are to serve a sovereign motherland. O God of all creation, grant these our one request. Help us to build a nation where no one is oppressed, and so peace and plenty, Thank you.
Thank you very much. Please be seated, ladies and gentlemen. That was a fantastic rendition. Apologies for that. Old habits die hard. Yeah, good evening, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. That was a fantastic rendition of the Nigerian national anthem by Omo Kabiesi. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. You're welcome to what promises to be an unforgettable evening, a night where tradition meets technology. Good evening, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Benga Aborowa, and it's truly an honor and a privilege to serve as your Master of Ceremonies on this special occasion. On behalf of the National Commission for Museums and Monuments, NCMM, it is my great honor to welcome you to this truly historic moment, the official unveiling of the NCMM Digital Museum. This is more than an event. It's a bold declaration that Nigeria's heritage will not only be preserved, but brought to life in ways our ancestors could never have imagined, and our children will never forget. Tonight, we stand at a remarkable crossroads, the meeting place of history and innovation, where centuries of cultural treasures are reborn through the power of digital technology, ensuring our stories are not just remembered, but experienced, not just studied, but felt, not just archived, but alive across borders and generations. In this room tonight, heritage custodians, cultural visionaries, innovators, and friends of Nigeria's story. Together, we will witness tradition embracing transformation and history taking its rightful place in the future. As the African proverb says, until the lion learns to speak, the story will always glorify the hunter. This evening, the NCMM ensures that our lions are our artifacts, our sites, our stories have found their voices, and the world is ready to listen. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for each other for making it here for this very grand opening and unveiling. Your presence is indeed a present. The Greek philosopher Aristotle once said, if you would understand anything, observe its beginning and its development. Tonight's story begins with the National Commission of Museums and Monuments, the custodian of our nation's heritage and the bridge between our past and our future. Let's watch this short film that captures their mission and vision. Happy viewing.
For Museums and Monuments is an agency of the Federal Government of Nigeria, responsible for the preservation, promotion, research and development of Nigeria's rich cultural heritage. Established in 1943 as a department in the then Federal Ministry of Works, the NCMM has under its purview a network of 53 national museums across the country, some of which are the National Museum, Lagos, Gidan Makama Museum in Kano, National Museum, Benin, Museum of Unity, Ibadan, Old Residency Museum in Calabar, 65 national monuments across the country, like the Zaria City Walls, Iga Idunganran, Lagos Island, King Jaja's statue at Opobo, and stone figures at Ofaro, Kwara State. The NCMM is also in charge of 2 UNESCO World Heritage Sites, the Suko Cultural Landscape and the Ocean Oshogbo Sacred Grove, 1 zoological garden, and our Institute of Archaeology and Museum Studies in Jos. The NCMM is an agency under the Federal Ministry of Art, Culture, Tourism, and the Creative Economy. Great heritage for a greater future.
That was a short video by NCMM telling the story, who we are. It's now my privilege to introduce a man whose leadership has given a modern voice to our timeless stories. Under his stewardship, the NCMM has embraced the digital age without losing sight of our cultural soul. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Director General of the National Commission for Museums and Monuments, Mr. Olugbile Holloway, as he delivers his welcome address. Please keep the applause going until he makes his way to the podium. Thank you.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. Can everyone hear me? Wow. Today is a very interesting day. I think that, first and foremost, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Honorable Minister, the leadership of IHS, and my distinguished guests. The reason we're here today is of great importance, not just to me personally, but also to the NCMM. With the journey we've been on as a commission, as a ministry, there have been ups and downs, but I think today represents one of the high points in this journey. The Nigerian artifacts that we house, unfortunately, over the past years, have not been kept or presented in such a way that would appeal to the modern Nigeria, the Nigeria of today. And there's a saying that if you want to go fast, you go alone, but if you want to go far, you go with someone. And I think that the NCMM, finding a solid partner in IHS, truly is a game changer. Thank you. The digitization exercise for us is our attempt to preserve our artifacts for generations to come. Not just preserve the artifacts, but how do we make them more relatable, more accessible, and easy to digest in an ever-changing world. If I ask a lot of you here the last time you visited a museum, I'm sure a few of you would struggle. But if I asked you the last time you picked up your phone, you probably would remember. That for us tells you that there's an opportunity if the museum can tap into the digital world and bring itself into the 21st century. In conceiving the digital museum, it was important for us to put our minds in the place of the young Nigerian. A young Nigerian that his family has just relocated to Canada is in his room. How does he connect with his culture? A young boy that lives in Ikorodu that has access to a smartphone, how does he connect with his culture? And sometimes we know the challenges with getting from point A to B. So if you can't get to the museum, why can't we use technology to bring the museum to you? That for us was the core thinking behind the creation of the digital museum. That for us was the core thinking behind the digital museum. I think that when you sit down and watch what we've created, it truly is a thing of pride for us. And the leadership of IHS, we must emphasize that this was not a hard sell to them at all. I think in the first few conversations, Mo, Tade, Dapo, it was obvious that we all shared the same mission. And we've discussed this digitization even beyond this. So what we're about to show you is the first iteration of what we hope becomes a global tsunami of Nigerian consciousness. We want to tap into AI for indexing, storytelling, and how we reimagine our culture. Like the MC said, we're positioning this museum in such a way that the original creators of these pieces could never have imagined in their wildest dreams that this day would happen and technology will be used like you're about to see. So with all humility, I thank IHS once again for this collaboration. I think that, you know, finding a solid partner not only gives us that extra support we need, but it also shows you that the public and the private sector indeed can work hand in hand to achieve things for the greater good. So once again, I welcome everyone to this launch, and I hope you enjoy the museum as much as we've enjoyed creating it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, please, let's put our hands together for the Director General of the National Commission for Museums and Monuments, Mr. Olugbile Holloway, for his welcome address. Thank you, Mr. Holloway, for those inspiring words. And as you said, the African proverb says, if you want to go fast, you go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Our journey to this historic moment has been made possible, as the DG said, through collaboration, and one of our strongest partners is IHS. Please enjoy this short video introduction to IHS.
We are IHS Towers, one of the world's largest operators and developers of shared telecommunications infrastructure. Independently owned with a portfolio of tens of thousands of towers across multiple markets, we are connecting people across Africa and Latin America. Engineering excellence is at the heart of our business. Right from where we began in Nigeria in 2001, with one single tower and one single solution, to today employing over 2,000 people and offering not one, but 6 solutions. With co-location, new sites, in-building and distributed antenna systems, small cell, fiber, and rural telephony, we're helping more and more people to stay connected every single day. Innovation is our lifeblood. We're investing in the latest technologies to deliver cutting-edge solutions for the world's leading mobile network operators. Sustainability is key. We're utilizing renewable sources to deliver greater efficiencies for our customers and help protect our shared environment. Together, we aim to contribute to a more prosperous future. Connectivity is critical. We're delivering mobile communication coverage to millions of people across the emerging markets, supporting the implementation of nationwide digital agendas. Practical solutions are our business. Combining the power of technology with our integral infrastructure, we are helping to build the networks of the future, working with our customers to bring mobile connectivity to the emerging markets.
So there you have it, your introduction to IHS, Towers of Strength. It is my pleasure to now invite a leader whose work reminds us that infrastructure is not just about towers and cables, it's about connecting people, ideas, and possibilities. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together as we make welcome to the Chief Executive Officer and Executive Vice President of IHS, Mr. Mohammed Darwish. Please put your hands together for him. Thank you.
Can you hear me? Honorable Minister, DG, my brothers and sisters in the family of IHS, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. I had a speech written. Actually, it's here. Then I had my eyeglasses as well, which will make me look old if I read it. But given that the DG spoke from the heart, now that's my challenge. I will take it up, DG. So I will speak from the heart. When this idea came to us in IHS, Tadi, he brought it to us. And I remember he sent the pitch to me on WhatsApp. And when I went through it, I was like, I don't understand what is this. What do we have to do with arts? We are a telecommunication company, we do infrastructure. And then we spoke on the phone, and immediately we were all sold from top to bottom. We are about enabling communications. We are about providing the platform for people to connect and for people's lives to be easier. And when we looked at this art that we have in Nigeria, I've been in Nigeria for more than 20 years. I wasn't close to the Nigerian art until for the past few years where Dapo, my Chief Corporate Services Officer, and Kazim, my COO, started introducing me to Nigerian art. And I fell in love with it. I can't claim that I can tell you this painting is from that particular painter or artist, but I can pick a beautiful piece. And we went to the museum in Ikoyi. We had the tour around. We saw the treasure that we had there. And for example, that piece over there, 1,000 years before Christ. 1,000 years. The issue that I see with our children and brothers and sisters recently is we are detaching from our roots, partly because of telecommunication. We have opened the world for everyone, so people see and they want to explore. Sometimes they forget where they come from, which is a big mistake. And this history, this treasure that we have, it should not just stay in a place or 2 places or 5 places. It should be available at the tip of a finger for everybody to see, understand this art, and more importantly, understand the history behind this art, understand the history of this great country called Nigeria. And the idea explored, we worked closely with the DG. I fall short of words when I speak about you. Sometimes you are further encouraged to do more when you deal with people that you know they are working from their heart to do something good. And this goes at the heart of our sustainability. We always do a lot of projects really for a lot of communities, we do a lot of cooperation with agencies that we feel they are doing it for the sake of generating value. And when we saw the application the other day, and you will see it, I'm not gonna cheat, it's just beautiful. When you are able to go online, look at this website, see this piece, understand this came from Benin, this came from Kaduna, this came from Oyo, this came from here and here, and understand the history behind it, and really start to dig again in the history of this great nation that goes thousands of years. We are very proud to have been able to work with you to develop this particular application. Lastly, many people ask me, how do you go on given the stress and the problem and the hassle of running the business, the complicated business that we run? And I always say, it's because of this sustainability and good work that we do. Because of always the message that I get that what we do really goes and creates value. And for that, I am highly indebted to our team in IHS, to everybody in the sustainability team who have enabled us and basically allowed us and gave us the privilege to be part of the people who have enabled to do what we have done. Thank you very much for this. Thank you for everybody in IHS. Thank you for everybody in the National Museum. Thank you, Honorable Minister, and for all of your support in the back. And I hope you will enjoy the evening. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, please let's put our hands together for the Chief Executive Officer and Executive Vice President of IHS, Mr. Mohammed Darwish. Thank you so much for your thoughtful words. And he did say that initially when he got the WhatsApp message from the DG, he said, we're about cables and towers. What's our business with museums? And now you could hear from him saying it's about connecting people, ideas, and possibilities. And we're very thankful that you made that connection, and you're part of the reason why we're here today in line with global best practices. The biggest museums in the world have gone digital, so it's only nice that Nigerians, wherever they are across the world, we also get that they also get to experience our artifacts digitally. The Guggenheim has done it, the Louvre, MoMA, and others, and it's only right that we take our place in the global art space. Thank you so much once again, Mr. Darwish, for your thoughtful words. The poet Maya Angelou once said, the more you know your history, the more liberated you are. Our next performance is a powerful reminder of that truth, a spoken word through our shared heritage, our identity, and our aspirations. Up next is a talented Nigerian. His name is Omo Kabiesi. We heard him earlier when he did perform that fantastic rendition of the national anthem. He's going to serenade us with a Yoruba aria. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Omo Kabiesi.
Esere Kodara Ẹni tí ayé kọ̀ ẹ ṣayé ebe Esere Kodara Ẹni táyé kọ̀ ẹ ṣayé Good evening, everybody. The song I'll be performing is an arrangement of mine some 20 years ago. We sang this song in primary school, elementary school back then. And it's a Yoruba song that talks about moderacy. I hope you enjoy. Let's go. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Omo Kabiesi. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, please, I believe that performance deserves a resounding round of applause. Yes. I mean, it took me back to my primary school days, many decades ago. Forget the way I look. I'm quite old, yes. So that was a very deeply moving and emotive performance by Omo Kabiesi. Now, let's pull back the curtains and reveal the story behind the Digital Museum, the creativity, dedication, and innovation that birthed the Digital Museum. Please enjoy the making of the Digital Museum by NTMM. Thank you.
The National Commission for Museums and Monuments, NCMM, has taken a bold, innovative step to digitize Nigeria's local artifacts.
a move which supports Nigeria's renewed hope agenda by using technology to preserve and showcase our cultural heritage in ways that drive inclusion, innovation, and economic growth.
The Digital Museum was birthed out of a need to find an innovative way to make our artifacts more accessible to the average Nigerian, in particular the young Nigerian. The perception that the museum is a dusty place where you come to see objects definitely needs to be reframed. And in reframing this, for us, it's important that we look at this space, that is the cultural and heritage space, through the lens of the young Nigerian. How do you make the museum more accessible, more appealing, and more relatable? And also, we understand sometimes the challenges in getting from point A to B. So in our response to that, if you can't get to the museum, perhaps the museum can come to you. We've created it in such a way that as time goes on, the 3D scans are ongoing, so that the museum is constantly expanding to become a digital repository. We have quite a lot of living bronzes that we've scanned, 3D scanned for this digital museum. We also have NOC figures, we also have Iwoku, we also have Ife bronzes. And the beautiful thing about this digital museum is that the learning that comes from experiencing the museum, being able to read about the relevant information pertaining to the people that created these objects and relevant areas, is definitely for us a game changer. I truly thank IHS and the leadership of IHS for the vision, for keying into what the NCMM is trying to achieve. And we've discussed other areas that we can expand this digitization, using perhaps artificial intelligence for some of the relevant search and indexing. The possibilities of this technology truly is infinite. And I think that for the NCMM, finding a solid partner like IHS allows us to fully explore those possibilities. And IHS were also responsible for funding the project. I think it's important to mention that, because the NCMM unfortunately is not as well funded as it should be.
As Nigeria's backbone of digital possibilities, we at IHS were motivated to go into this partnership with the National Commissions for Museums and Monuments, so we can leverage the digital technologies to digitize and share historical artifacts, artworks and monuments with the broader audience. The Digital Museum aligns directly with our strong commitment to sustainable development, community empowerment, education and economic growth.
The Digital Museum is indeed a thing of pride for us, because it has been conceived, developed and birthed by an all-Nigerian team. We had a lot of support on the back end from the likes of Trudis Media, who were responsible for the actual 3D scanning and going into the storage of our education officers and setting up a scanning room literally in the premises of the museum. They scanned over 20 objects a day, set up the lighting and ensured that the details were captured in such a way that it would do the objects justice.
It was a big honor to participate in this one-of-a-lifetime first, creating a digital museum for Nigeria. But something that stood out for me during the process was doing the scanning, right? So when you go to a typical museum and you're behind the glass, you can see the artifacts, right? And you can see them close up. But you're not close enough because you're behind the glass. But when you're scanning, you're seeing intricate details, like you're just seeing like things that you will miss because the scan brings the object so close to you that you can identify everything. So, and then while I was doing that, or we're participating in that, and I'm just thinking like, this is something that was done 1,000 years ago. This is something that was done 1,500 years ago, right? You have the NOC piece that's like from 1,500 BC to like now, right? So you're like, wow, what were these people thinking?
We also have a company called VR360, who is also responsible for stitching together the rendered environments as far as the look and feel of what we wanted to achieve. And in creating the environment, it must be mentioned that we were quite particular about every detail. During the process of putting this together, one of the things that stood out to me was, typically you would not have the opportunity, when you visit a museum to interact and have sort of a personal experience, so to speak. But having been given the opportunity of interacting with these artifacts one-on-one and up close was very exciting for me, and it's something with the aid of our technology which we are very excited to make available to everyone else. With the experience, you will be able to linger as long as you want on any piece or in any of the galleries. So it is very necessary to emphasize the point that Nigeria is capable of creating things that the world will indeed look at and feel impressed by, and also Nigerians in the diaspora to see such innovation and have that pride that this has come from their home country.
Yes, and I believe that deserves another round of applause. I would just like to echo the words of the DG, where he says, if you can't go to the museum will come to you. And in his final words there, he said something quite instructive, that, look, we're doing this, and Nigerians in the diaspora, everyone deserves to celebrate the thoroughness, the thoughtfulness, and the work that has gone into the making of this digital museum. And I think the experience is even, because you can see the intricate details, it's closer than you could imagine if you were physically visiting a museum. So I believe the team, the DG and the team at NCMM deserve a resounding round of applause for the great work they've done. Great work and thorough work. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we now welcome a leader who understands that a truly connected Nigeria is not just about technology, but about empowering communities and preserving stories in the digital age. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together as I welcome the Executive Vice Chairman of the Nigerian Communications Commission, Dr. Aminu Maida, ably represented by Mrs. Oladoyin C. Ayenitaju of the Nigerian Communications Commission. Please, let's put our hands together for her. Thank you very much.
Good evening, everyone. The Honorable Minister and the DG, all protocol duly observed. My name is Doyin Ayenitaju. I'm representing the Executive Vice Chairman of Nigerian Communications Commission, NCC, and to express his wishes to the organizer of this program and to say well done and congratulate you for a job well done for the great collaboration you are doing here. So we are here to say thank you and to support you in this program. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Please, let's put our hands together for the representative of the Executive Vice Chairman, Nigeria Communications Commission, Dr. Aminu Maida, ably represented by Mrs. Oladoyin Ayenitaju. So as you can see, I'll just say a few words about myself. My daytime job is broadcasting. I work in a news television station And until a few weeks ago, when a rival TV station decided to launch AI reporters and AI presenters, I said, look, this is a sign from God that I have to look for something else to do. And then I got into comparing, and thanks to the great guys at NCC, they trusted me enough to do this. So I hope we won't have AI bots and take over this profession. They've gone into media, but you know, you still need that human feel and human touch. So I'm going to be here for a very long time. Yeah. And this performance you're about to witness, because I was here earlier in the day and then we had rehearsals, just to give you some insight into what you're about to experience. Look, I'm not into, I don't do entertainment. I'm a hardcore newsman. I'm a news television guy, so my word is bond. This performance you're about to witness is definitely going to blow your mind. You know, we're very youthful, and we dance a lot, young Nigerians. We dance and do other things. We innovate, we're founders, there's also, we do so many wonderful things. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this performance by a group that calls itself DNMT. DNMT stands for Dance Not the Main Thing. And then after the performance, it would be nice to get your feedback. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the DNMT dance crew. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This was back in the days. But now, we at NCMM bring to you the future. At NCMM, we are stepping boldly into the future. Not only keeping it safe, but also making it accessible, engaging, and resonating for generations to come without losing the core essence of heritage. A bold step, leveraging technology to advance tradition.
Anywhere I go, mo láti padà sílé mi. 'Cause my mommy won't want to let me. I don't want me person tell me say I'm too lazy. Olúwa bọ̀dá ọ̀fẹ́ lẹ́ni. As I dey hustle like I dey bayo okun lazy. No go talk say me I'm too lazy. Anywhere I go, mo láti padà sílé mi. Cause mama mi wọ́n wà nílé mi. Funkilla. I go show you wonder what you wonder of. Never believe what you want. No disturbance when big bed do work out you. Like it is sleep but this one pass. I think I do that stuff. From your feet to love somebody that I wonder. Cause I'm feeling it in my soul. Something is changing, not to your best. Something is scratch, popping like jazz. Anywhere I go, moonlight, but that's the lady. Cause
with NCMM, we come to you.
Uncle Good, level. Oh my God. Just a little bit of alcohol, a little bit of cigarette. I'm already singing back, I'm already continental, international. I'm killing it, you know I put the fire. Now baby, the follow come, couple of solo come. Pressure no fi catch up, fully loaded cash. When you see me coming, I say we dey bad, you loud, you loud. You want to tend to be bad, all over the I'm a good, but I'm already crazy nigga. Black on black, Elea. Mash back on Shelea. Energy like a star, something like a bus.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, please let's put our hands together for the fantastic DNMT dance crew. So, what's your verdict? Did you enjoy that performance? Was it electric or not? Fantastic performance. Please let's give them a round of applause. You know, as a newsman, I also like to report. You know, we always report what we see. That those props you saw there were props. They're not artifacts from NCMM. So please, we're very responsible at NCMM. We're not going to have people dancing around 1,000-year-old terracotta and priceless art. So just wanted to put that out there. And also as a newsman, this is what we do during the news bulletin. So we're almost getting to the climax of today's occasion. So we'll do, when we go on a break, we come back and do a recap of the top stories we've gone through the day. So for the benefit of those that are just coming in or have missed out, we had the national anthem, we had a short video from NCMM, we had the Director General's fantastic welcome remarks. We had a video from IHS who did part of what we're doing today, and we had speeches. We also had a performance, a spoken word, a Yoruba performance earlier, and then the making of the Digital Museum. And we also had a speech by the Executive Vice Chairman, Nigerian Communications Commission, and this fantastic performance by DNMT Dance Crew. So this is where we are this evening. And I need you to pay really, really big attention to this. This year has been a very remarkable year in the history of Nigeria. It's been a year of celebration. We've been winning laurels, we've been winning competitions here and there. And the Honorable Minister has been a face that you've seen. She's one that celebrates Nigeria's excellence. And she's going to be our next speaker. Our next speaker has been a tireless advocate of Nigeria's creative and cultural industries. She reminds us that a nation that does not tell its own story leaves its history to be told by others. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together as I welcome the Honorable Minister of Arts, Culture, Tourism, and the Creative Economy of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Barrister Annatu Musa Musawa. Please keep the applause until she makes her way to the podium.
Thank you very much. Please be seated. Good afternoon and good evening. The Director General of NCMM, the great Mr. Olubile Holloway, the management team of IHS Nigeria led by the CEO, Mr. Muhammad, the Director General of the National Communications Commission, NCC, represented by Mrs. Ola Doyin, the Chairman, Association of Licensed Telecom Operators of Nigeria, ALTON, and the directors of NCMM, ladies and gentlemen. So a precedent was earlier on set, right? So I also have a pretty long speech, but since the precedent has been set, Shaun, I would like you to take this away since everyone is speaking from the heart. First of all, I have to give a kudos to Omo Kabiesi. Honestly, if my esophagus had the ability to flex his way in the way he did his and was able to belt out the melodious tunes that came out from him, I would just stand here and sing the okie doke and it would make sense to you. But unfortunately, I've got to use my own voice. Omo Kabiesi, you are absolutely fantastic. And I'm gonna need you to come to Abuja with me. We're taking you to Abuja. And of course, I have to call out the DNMT as well. Listen, if I thought I was a dancer, but if I had the ability to gyrate and to flex myself in the way these wonderful Nigerians did, I would just stand here, do the 1, 2, 1, 2 back, and I would make sense. Unfortunately, I have to stand here and give you a speech. I often speak about what makes me proud as a person. If I was born 1,000,000 times over, I would want to be born as a Nigerian. There is something very intrinsic and very profound about being Nigerian. Something that you and I may not be able to put our fingers on because we don't know what ingredient it is. And that ingredient has a lot to do with the struggles of our ancestors and the choices that our forefathers made to put a very dynamic and very diverse group of people together in a way that makes sense. When you go from the north to the south, east, or the west of Nigeria, you find when they talk about a group of people being very diverse, I do not think there's anywhere in the world that you see a group of diverse people so different that we are almost Chinese and German. But it makes sense, it really, really does. And part of that expression is what has been articulated from those forefathers, from those ancestors that had the ability to do a form of expression that up until today, even scientists do not understand how they were able to make those artifacts, right? One thing that we have fallen short of as a people is our ability to preserve these artifacts, these expressions. These expressions are who we are. These expressions are or come from the struggles of those forefathers that have brought us to where we are today. And I have to give a real huge shout out to Mr. Bile. Anyway, I'll come back to you in a moment, Mr. Bile. I think a couple of proverbs have been put together earlier on. The extremely dapper MC that spoke about himself being an anchor, and you know, now I've co-opted you into the creative industry as well. But beyond that, and possibly maybe the MVP in the room, but almost the MVP in the room, I think he spoke about Aristotle, talking about us knowing who we are by knowing where we came from. We will never have the ability to know where we came from if we do not preserve our artifacts and those expressions of our forefathers. And now, as the world continues to become a global village, I think the CEO of IHS actually said it best by saying, because the world has become a global village, somehow that is a great thing. But it has also been a detriment to us as a people because we have lost our identity and who we are. And who we are and what makes us so dynamic and special as a people lies in those values, those traditions, those cultures that are well articulated in our monuments, or the expressions within our monuments, and in our museums. Now, when you digitize something, they talk about AI a lot, right? I'm one of those people that I'm still a bit scared about AI, but I'm learning to sort of embrace it. One of the things that you have hit the nail on the head with, DG, is the fact that you are moving us to the next generation. You are trying to introduce the next generation and the generation after that to our ability to understand our values and our identity as a Nigerian people. And beyond that, when you digitize, you say you don't go to a museum that is sort of a dusty building, right? You're bringing the museum to them. One of the things that we've suffered with as a people is we are misunderstood. And we're misunderstood because people do not hear our stories from us. One of the ways that you can educate your people about who you are as a people is by telling your stories yourselves. Now, your ability to take what was of ours, or our history of who we are, and take it to the next and next generation and offer it to a wider global community that can appreciate our struggles as a people and our brilliance as a people, that our ancestors had the ability to create the kind of art form that scientists still do not understand how they created. I think it's something that is going to live beyond the ages. And I want to thank you, Bile. Many people don't know that when I got this job and when Bile got his job, we didn't know each other, right? And I believe, and we all believe, that as a people of faith, and which is what Nigeria is and continues to keep us, God does not make mistakes. And for a long time, when we came, because we weren't completely yin and yang, something slightly opposite, right? But we learned to understand the kind of passion we have for Nigeria. And I think for you, Bile, and for me as well, because you really have a passion for Nigeria. You have a passion for this sector, for growing Nigeria. And I think you're like one of those Gen Zs, right? If you're not, you do look like a Gen Z, a very tall Gen Z, right? So you have an innovation, right? And your sincerity of purpose comes through in your work. And for someone like me, who loves this country and looks at the little part that we're going to play in contributing our quota for Nigeria, we have to appreciate and learn to love what each one has to bring. And I have come to appreciate what you are going to bring. And what you have brought, Bile, honestly. And I think I'm going to rename you the Ajibota DG. Absolutely. Because you have brought a kind of avant-garde approach to the museums and monuments in a way that has never been. And this project alone, I think, really showcases that. I think you also spoke about, if you want to go far, go together. If you want to go not so far, go alone. So I want to thank you, IHS, because, with your contribution, your partnership, your collaboration, I do believe Nigeria is really going to go far. And just within this space, just because of the history and what it means and what it can mean to the future generation and recalibrating us as a people and bringing us together, I want to hope that we continue to tap into the resource of your kindness and your partnership. I often end, because I sometimes can be slightly long-winded, so I'm going to end very soon. I often end with a sort of creative quote of something that I think sort of captures who we are as a people. And I know this will reflect in the beautiful work that you're doing for the NCMM. So I end with this. I am a Nigerian. I am undeniable. I'm the twain gain the main. I am a Nigerian. Greatness runs through my vein. I'm humane, vain, and sane. I'm a giant to reign. I thank you.
Yes. Thank you so much, Honorable Minister. Please, let's put our hands together for the fantastic speech by the Honorable Minister of Arts, Culture, Tourism, and the Creative Economy, Barrister Annatu Musawa. Thank you so much for your very inspiring words. We do appreciate. And I also like to thank you personally for giving me my flowers, as Gen Zs would like to say. I do appreciate the compliments. Thank you so much for your kind and inspiring words. Like you said, you're very passionate about Nigeria, and you could see that in the DG2 and all what we've witnessed today. Our ancestors will be very proud of the celebration of this art. And I also like the fact that you drummed up, look, there are positive things happening in Nigeria, and we should, we should be duty bound to report the positive and fantastic innovations that are going on in Nigeria, not just in the government circle, in the creative economy, culture, tourism. And I'm glad that fellow members of the Fourth Estate are here today, and we really need to celebrate what NCMM has done today. And when you see what our forefathers could do, the intricate details of those art, to see that we're very proud people, we have history, we have heritage. I hope and sincerely pray that it will spur the Nigerian Renaissance, that look, we once did this before, great things can and are coming out of +234. Thank you so much. Once again, thank you, Honorable Minister, for those inspiring words. Ladies and gentlemen, the time has come for the moment we have all been waiting for, the official unveiling of the Digital Museum, a fusion of history and innovation that will preserve our heritage for generations to come.
Welcome to the NCMM Digital Museum, Nigeria's first repository of real-life antiquities that have been digitally scanned for your viewing experience. Immerse yourself in the rich cultural heritage of Nigeria and learn about our history and diversity. The Digital Museum has been made possible by the support of IHS Towers, one of the largest independent owners, operators, and developers of shared communications infrastructure in the world. A bronze horse and rider on a base, region Benin, Edo State. Afikpo, Ehugbo, is primarily an agrarian society located south of Abakaliki, Ebonyi State of Nigeria. The Afikpo are an Igbo group with a rich cultural heritage that hold a strong influence from the Efik and Ibibio people and others. Afikpo masks are an aesthetic fusion of spirituality, family, and community life. The elaborate mask and masquerading tradition of Afikpo is a Benin court art is perhaps the best known with the most numerous sculptures in bronze in Black Africa. Benin City is the capital of Edo Kingdom in the southern part of Nigeria. It is believed the court art of Benin came into existence in 40. A standing wooden human figure with crest on the head, flapped ear and protruding navel. The Mumuye are found in the Muri division of Adamawa State. They believe in the protective and guiding power of their ancestors who are represented in pole structures with abstract characteristics. The sculptures were usually hidden in the house. A leaded bull with a human figure, knob and 4 human legs. Region, Benin, Edo State. A seated human figure with elaborate hairdo, holding a sword in his right hand. Esie is a small Igbomina Yoruba town, southeast of Ilorin in Kwara State. It was here in this small historic town that Leo, a bronze Ife head with crested crown with scarification on the face. Region, Yoruba, Ife, Osun State. The NCMM Digital Museum is officially live. Visit museum.ng to begin to immerse yourself in Nigeria's rich cultural heritage. Thank you.
So there you have it. The Digital Museum is live. www.museum.ng. You can start interacting now and spread the gospel to your friends in the diaspora, everyone, even Nigerians here in the country with us. Please, let's put our hands together for NCMM. And let's give another round of applause to IHS, because without them, this wouldn't be possible. They do deserve it. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the conclusion of today's formal program, but not without a vote of thanks from the DG of NCMM. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, please let's put our hands together for Mr. Olugbile Holloway.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming to the launch of our digital museum. The NCMM and IHS, we hope that the finished product you saw was worth all the suspense. And it's important to mention that what you're seeing is the first iteration, where we've discussed with IHS and they've assured us they're in this for the long haul. And there will be iterations and improvements, just as your phone software is updated every now and then. We assure you that as technology evolves, we will also try and incorporate the latest tech into our digital museum. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again, and have a safe journey back to your respective homes. Thank you.
Thank you, distinguished guests. Ladies and gentlemen, we now invite you to enjoy the rest of the evening with refreshments, music, and stimulating conversations. Thank you for being a part of this historic unveiling. Good night and safe journey home. But before we go, we would like to take group pictures with the Honorable Minister, the DG, and the CEO of IHS on the stage, please. Pictures, Honorable Minister, the DG of NCMM, and the CEO of IHS. Please, could you... Okay, just...
Angas minang zoitin lendaba. Angas minang zoitin lendaba. Give me access to VIP. Oh, wanna say kanya my flesh with nana. Oh, nothing is like. Just a pillow, Let's go down memory lane. Let's talk about olden days. The things we had, the games we played. When we got you fun every day. Nowadays, we're too serious.
like before. We need to find a day to do those things over again. Money, I police and thief. What happened to Boju? Obanika Dawojo, Obanika Fagu. Remember $1, $20, they make it dinner. Kilo shares is a baba to do a gonna go and Atiba. Let's go back to the start. Let's go back to the start. Oh my show, Atisonu. We need to find our way. Today's when peace still there reign. Remember, united we stand. Divided we fall, shebi you know. No fashion, money, I police and thief. What happened to Boju? Obanika Dawojo, Obanika Fagu. Remember $1, $20, they make it dinner. Kilo shares is a baby, baba to do a gonna go and let's go back. Go back to the start. Go back to the start. Take me back to the days when life was good. Just one taste and I'm wanting more, shut it. When you give me is not enough. You don't tell me I know I'm falling in love, shut it. But when you give me is not enough. Oh baby, I'm getting jealous. Don't wanna see you with anybody. I'm getting jealous already. I'm getting jealous. Don't wanna see you with anybody. I'm getting jealous already. I'm getting addicted, I'm getting addicted, oh babe. I'm getting addicted, I'm getting addicted to you. Said I'm getting addicted, I'm getting addicted, oh babe. I'm getting addicted, I'm getting addicted to you. What have you done to me? Nah, you got me chasing after you. What have you done to me? Oh, got me chasing after you. What have you done to me? Yeah, you got me chasing after you. What have you done to me? Oh, got me chasing after you. I did you for you, baby. Come on, see the money they did for you, baby. Come on, you dey call on my name, I go call on you, baby. Come on. Energy, with the big energy. Give me ginger and show me mercy. Come love for my girl, I'm ready. Big ways and I don't need you now. That was on me, shot no. Two girls on me, we come for the fun. Money day for me, day for the ball. Come on, give me your body so. I'm a sexy lady, so go when you get on top. I need things for your fine body. When I need love, I go call on you. Sissy Kelebe, come look at dance, would you? I like a tune you want to tell me on. I love what you do, you know I'm on a mission. I know your body, oh bad girl, cause it's confusion. Whatever I'm really oh, I can't get it all. If you give me job, and it's so very cold, then I'm in love. I'm really skinny tall, but you don't pay me on. I want to propose it. Oh, but you won't be, I'm really only something to do. that lonely. I deserve the love, you know, so money. I'm all the feel of Jada. When you don't they want me, I'm just burn me. I'm all go pull up Jada. I'm all don't they take pity you want. I'm all the one go out now. I just want you tonight. I can't get enough. If you give me trouble, it's so very cold. That I'm in love. I'm really skinny tall, but you don't pay me on. I want to propose it. But it won't be. I'm really running with something good. You want that lonely. I like a tune you want to tell me on. See the money they day for you, baby. Come on, you dey call on my name, I go call on you, baby. Come on. Energy, big energy, with the big energy. Give me the and show me mercy. Come love, I'm a girl, I'm ready. Big ways and I don't be you now. That was on me, shall no. Two girls on me, we come for the fun. Money day for me, day for the ball. Come on, give me your body so. I'm on sexy lady so go. When you get on top, I need things for your fine body. When I need love, I go call on you. Sissy Pelepe, come look at dance with you. I like a tune you want to tell me on. I love what you do, you know I'm on a mission. I need your body, oh bad girl, cause it's confusion. Whatever I'm really oh, I can't get enough. If you give me job, it's so very cold. That I'm in love. I'm really skinny tall, but you don't pay me on. I want to propose it. But it won't be. I'm really only in something good. You more than lonely. I deserve the love, you know, I'm so money. I'm all the feel of Jada. When you don't they want me, I'm just burn me. I'm all go pull up Jada. I'm all don't they take pity you want. I'm all the one go out now. I just want you tonight. I can't get enough. If you give me trouble, it's so very cold. That I'm in love. I'm really skinny tall, but you don't pay me on. I want to propose it. But it won't be. I'm really running with something good. You want that lonely. I like a tune you want to tell me on. I love what you do, you know I'm on a mission. I need your body, oh bad girl, cause it's confusion. But my family really oh, Girl, I promise, oh yeah, I promise to always be there. Even when you mess up, yeah. My people still tell you no vex. I go give you respect, the respect I give my mama. You say make I give you picky, make I give you jolly. Sissy, you're beautiful from head to toe. Sissy, you're beautiful from head to toe. give you the things you love. I know I drop for you. I know I drop for you. Now me be the beast to your beauty. Give you the key to the new key. I know I drop for you. I know I drop for you. See, you're beautiful from head to toe. I turn up and make it pass on my baby. Sick, or a bottle big. Nobody I dey find in the lady, no. With him I do do. As long as I say no big on my love. Oh, Billy, anytime I go show my baby off. Go Saturday. Baby, make you way, make her mad. I do not love you, so bizarre. Baby, I don't wanna do too much. So the thing you want, that bizarre. Yeah, you go take my card. Baby, run and baby, it's my now. I keep it up anytime we go down. Show my baby good life. Make I be your Joseph, knock you like a Brenda. Make I be your Clyde, make you right to the ground. Like so tomatoes, I like potato. Playing purpose like so black and magic. Dance on my baby. Oh, black you look good. Oh, the color I dey find in the lady. Oh, with him I dey do. As long as I say my big up, no big can I oh, Billy. Every time I go show my baby off. Go Saturday. Oh, baby, make you way, make her mad. I know my love is so bizarre. Baby, I don't wanna do too much. So the thing you want, that bizarre. Yeah, you go take my card. Baby, run and baby, it's my now. I keep it up anytime we go down. Show my baby good life. I'm waiting this up. You just happen on board. Anytime we jump up, really without scrub. Do you got a song? I'm a super on God. They know we outside. Every day so low. She not fair, she not beauty. I'm so thank God. I'm trying to break in. Just remember me. Just remember me. Just do bad for me. I'm not joking. I'm fine, you know. She might be so wild. It's like a flow. She don't make my side. She don't know. I saw it, she wants me on fire. Screaming beauty, beauty, beauty. My girlie body no beauty. She's bad and beauty.
Please, all staffs of Expose, please run here on stage. All staffs of Expose, please. You need it on stage. Thank you very much. All staffs of Expose, please. You need it on stage. Thank you very much.
If I see you, my baby,
All staffs of Expose, please. You need it on stage. All staffs of Expose, please. You need it on stage. Thank you very much.